Do you have a charger? And do
Claire Richards, the French wrote a note saying she's still hoping that they can arrange a tour.
From the southern part of Germany and was one of the chancellor of the Teutonic Order. And that was the original fortification. Then came 13th century, 1211, yeah? Then you have Ludovic d'Anjou. Anjou, it's a French dynasty who ruled Hungary. Yes, and he done this castle like a custom point. Actually, the stairs that we have seen were not during that time. It was a bridge directly from here to the other part of the cliff, yes? And the custom was under that bridge and they paid the taxes. Then the main one who fortified was Sigismund of Luxembourg. Then the castle belongs to Dracula's family. You know the guy who lost the civil war? His father. I repeat, his father. So the grandfather of Dracula, it's here. Then the grandfather gave it to the father of Dracula, but because the Hunedoara Iancu helped him to take the power back, he gave this castle to Iancu the Hunedoara, the same that you have seen it few days ago, the empty castles that we have seen it, yes? Then you have few Hungarian kings. I don't mention it because we don't have it during our history. One is called Barbarian Bethlehem, the other one is Rákóczi. Rákóczi was the one who fought for the Protestant side. And then it was the city hall of Brasov who gave it to Mary as a gift at the beginning of the 20th century. And after that, she left the castle to Princess Elena, her last daughter. One of the daughters of Mary was the queen of Yugoslavia, the one that you know that died together with the husband, and the Serbians told you all this story about the beloved Queen Alexandra. She got married with a Habsburg, yeah, a Habsburg, somebody from the Habsburg family, and they have children, and their heirs are now the one who own the castle. It was a big fight, especially for the American. It's interesting because she got married with the Habsburg, divorced after having children, and then she became a nun in the first Romanian nunnery in United States in Pennsylvania. And the nunnery claims the castle like a heritage of nun Alexandra, ex-Princess Elena, in contradictory with the Habsburg. And after a while, the Habsburgs won. So, I don't know, of course or not. And they are now the owner, with the exception that I told you, actually, it's not, they already have done what we call the promises of sale to Disney Corporation. Now, you have seen how Dracula was born, yes, in Sighișoara, remember? Yeah, and I told all that thing. So, he was moved from Sighișoara to Hunedoara, to his father's friend castle, because the father died being buried alive together with the brother, one of the brothers. His father has 3 sons, 2 of them we know that were born in Sighișoara. Yes. One was older than them, with another mother, but they consider it to be like. First one was called Mircea, like the name of the grandfather. Second, it's Vlad, the future Dracula. And the third, it's Radu, blonde, curly one. To preserve the power for Mircea, the father sent in a hostage system, give it like a hostage, to the Turks, the other 2 brothers. And one of the brothers, the young one, the curly, blonde, beautiful Radu, became the gay lover of Mehmed II. Iha. big issue for Vlad, who didn't, yes, get it, this one. You have a brother who became the lover of the future powerful Sultan of the Turks, yes? So Vlad have no other way to do than to run away from these cursed things, and he went in Constantinople, who was surrounded by the Turkish troops. One side on the walls, Vlad, on the other part, it's Mehmet tent together with the most precious, with the brother, you understand, yes? During the siege of Constantinople, Vlad falls in love with a Greek princess, where I have his Boutros over here, called Irina Kalamides, from the Kalamides family. It seems it was the only woman that he really loved. This is documents, what I'm telling you, yes? But Turks enter it inside. Irina said, no, the Turks will be destroyed by a hanging Gabriel coming on from the sky in the moment when they will enter it in the walls of love. And said, there is no walls as big as the Danube. This is what I learned from my grandfather, and now it's a point. I learned from my grandfather, who have done the same thing at the Battle of Kosovo. When he took his army, retreat his army, saying that Christian army is not good. We rather prefer to have the Danube. Remember our talk over there? And he said, my grandfather teach me, there is no Gabriel helping us. Danube will help us, come with me. She refused, and it seems that she was raped and killed in front of him. From that moment, Dracula has a personal issue with Mehmet II. Was not a problem between the Christian and the Ottoman Turks, was not a problem between the Romanian and the Turks, was his personal problem with Mehmet II. He started to attack with the same cruelty like the Turks were doing. In the night, trying to kill, trying to assassinate him. More than that, you know, impaling system, it's a common system for the Turks. He overdeveloped the impaling system, yes? So, you have it from behind, getting out, from bleeding, in 2 days you are dead. He added a stick through the knees. So instead of dying in 2 days, you stay stuck there for 3 weeks, 1 week. They are feeding, they are giving you water, and you still, oh, sorry, help me, yes? Now, he has to face with Turks. You have to know that the Turks was always invincible against the Bulgarians, against the Serbians, the Albanians, the Greeks, whomever you want, yes, the Crusaders. Because they have a professional army who are Turkish Christian slaves used to fight with no mercy, no fear, because they know if they die, they will go in paradise. They have no background. That's why if you go in Turkey now, you have a lot of blonde guys, yes? There are these slaves who are brought in the army and have anything than the army. Yes, a Christian doesn't face it till then with such a plague, such a thing. And Dracula knew it. And now think about, you have a Turkish prisoner with no background, just Allah, stick it over there, but you are starting to hate your own army. Yes, and you become the prisoner, the spies of Dracula. That was the end. They never wanted to go in the Dark Prince territory. They refused to fight in the territory of what is now Romania. They refused. The Turkish army refused to fight. Wow. That's why they went a left side in the countries that I'm telling you. Albania, Bosnia, Croatia, Hungary, Serbia, yes? That's the reason why you don't have mosque and civil wars and that problem in Romania. Because these 6 years of tremendous cruelty of this guy, who was not stupid, he was not crazy. He acted the same way with the Germans from Brasov. But the Germans from he impaled a few hundred. I mean, compared with 100,000 Turks that he impaled, this was nothing with few Germans merchandiser over here. For a tax reason. They had an issue with a tax. And he got a few hundred of Germans, he pays them, and the Germans pay the tax very quick. Yes? But the Germans had the most terrific weapons that you have seen it yesterday. What was the weapons that the Germans had? Yesterday evening, when you're all tired, the press, the printing press. They had it, the printing press. So they print a book saying, he's a vampire, he's sucking the blood, he's like this, he's like that. And this book spread all over Europe, and now we have the legend. The book was brought and read by a guy who wanted to write, once again, a gay story. Bram Stoker was gay, and he wanted to write a gay story. He looked for stories that he wanted to write. It was for Radu, not for Dracula. Then he found that the Dracula's life, because he read that book, was much more interesting. And he adapted a love story to this character. Because for us, for Romanian, Dracula, it's a love story. It's a revenge after death for somebody who killed your own love. Yes, that's it. For us, it's a love story. Yeah, he's not happy that he will never get old. He's not happy. He would like to live with his lover, Irina Calamides, forever happy, having children. It's not a happiness to be on the top, immortal, and killing the Muslim. But you have to do because that's your destiny. So this is the way how you have to understand the Dracula story. The book has spread all over, and this is what we have it now. Yes, easily. Now, guys, you go inside, sneaking. I will be with you over there, don't worry, and 11...
Dracula's castle.
De ce după